What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Weekly Relapse. I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, dude, did you just release 2 episodes in one day? And I did. Episode, I believe it's 75, is one of my buddies from the 806. He's a local rapper in town. Check it out. It's a fun podcast. It was actually kind of a hard one, if I'm being honest. It was a little bit difficult for to keep things going. I don't know. I think I kind of kept interrupting him, and I feel bad about that. But it is what it is at this point. Still a good podcast. This one, however, is it's gonna be a little different. I'm doing this intro because I've already recorded this podcast, and this is actually the Weekly Relapse, or I'm so sorry, the Bomb City Talk podcast. This is episode 25 of the Bomb City Talk with me and City Council candidate Steven Rosas. He is the co-host with me on this podcast, and we have a good time doing it. And so what I'm doing with this one is I really, really enjoyed our podcast this week, and I wanted you guys to be able to hear it too. So this is actually going to be the podcast for Bomb City Talk, and if you like it, if you like the Bomb City, or if you enjoy this episode, do me a favor. Go over to Bomb City Talk on whatever platform you use, and unless it's YouTube, ours may or may not upload to a YouTube. I honestly don't know. But if you enjoy the episode, we put out an episode every week. Bomb City Talk, and Steven's a great fucking guy. He's running for city council, man. He's a bad motherfucker. The fact that he does a podcast with me, I think is awesome. You know, him and Hayden Pedigo are both trying to get into city council, and they're going for different seats, so it's a possibility that they could both win, which is awesome. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up playing that episode, but I just wanted to check in with you guys. Just wanted to say what's up, you know. I appreciate the love and all the love that was shown on my last little solo episode. I appreciate you guys for checking it out. Colin Robinson was the first one to comment on the YouTube. He's like, first, and I was like, dude, no one ever comments. You're the only comment on our YouTube channel. So at Colin Sucks on Instagram, you guys make sure to go check him out. I'm sure I did my plugs during the Bomb City Talk, so I'm not gonna go ahead and bore you guys with that right now. Other than that, man, it's just getting ready for my weekend. I got the house bar shows coming up, or the open mic, house bar open mic tomorrow night. Then we have the 806 open mic coming up. We have a bunch of stuff in the works, you guys. I just booked a bunch of shows, like four shows in Fort Collins, Colorado in May. Me and my buddy Matt Villegas are going to travel down there and do some comedy. It's going to be a good fucking time. I'm excited, pumped up. I'm back in the mood. I'm excited to be doing podcasts. I'm excited to be writing. I got some new material. Things are going great, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Today I got to see a SWAT team go into a house. That was pretty cool. I was at work just delivering pizzas, man, doing what I do, and driving down the highway. It was on the access road, so it's like anybody that knows the person that lives there could have easily given them a heads up, because it's not like it was secluded to one street. Like you could see it. Yeah, you could see it from like all around. Like it was fucking nuts. I feel like I'm breathing heavily into the mic, so I'm gonna turn the gain down. Turning the gain down. I don't even know why I'm still talking. I could have easily just introduced the podcast, but I want to spend some time with you guys before, because you're gonna be like, dude, we didn't hear your normal intro music. It's a different song. Don't worry, it is a different song. Same fucking band. Beat Bodega. I love those guys so much. Any chance I can to use their music, them and Mishka Shubali, any chance I get to use my friend's music, I will always jump on the opportunity to do that. So I'm pretty excited, you guys. So yeah, other than that, man, I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like I said, City Council candidate Steven Rosas, he needs your support. Give a listen to the episode, see what you think about it. He's a funny guy. We need a funny young guy in office here in Amarillo. Go check him out. Check out the episode of the Bomb City Talk. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm out, man.
We going? Okay.
You are tuning in to Bomb City Talk with Steven Rosas and comedian Skylar Potter.
Oh, I can't seem to get away from my
Welcome to the Bomb City Talk, episode 27?
I think 6.
6?
I think we did 26 last week, and then, dude, I need a new computer.
It's gone. It's gone.
Everything's gone.
Okay.
I lost so much shit.
26. Our views and opinions do not directly reflect our past or future views and opinions. We try not to, but often use adult language and talk about adult matters. That's a disclaimer, and we're your hosts, City Council candidate Steven Rosas and comedian Skylar Potter. Go ahead, brother.
I literally had to re-download half my applications, reset my background, reset my screensaver, reset my password.
Time. How long have you had that thing?
4 years.
Oh, yeah. Every 3 years, bro.
Yeah, but
at least
they say that, but I can't. Who can afford that?
Nobody.
Like, what is it called? There's a term for it. Predetermined, no. Obsolescence, planned obsolescence, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
and that's what companies do. It's to make their product that's planned to go obsolete within a certain period of time.
Yeah.
To force people to buy another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everything.
I think it's called planned obsolescence.
We were talking about how much we love iPhones. I love my iPhone, but I've got an older version. I believe it's like an 8 Plus or something like that. I believe we're up to like 10, the X, and then the 10s now, or whatever it is, the extra 10. And,
I'm at
so eventually
10R.
So eventually they're gonna upgrade to match the next one, or the next one, whichever one. It's coming soon, or maybe even on this model, they're gonna upgrade it, and then it's not gonna be compatible with my phone, and then my phone's gonna start glitching, and it's gonna take forever to load certain things.
So planned obsolescence, the actual definition for it is a policy of producing consumer goods that rapidly become obsolete, and so require replacing, archived by frequent changes and design, termination of supply or spare parts, and the use of non-durable materials.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
that's why that's.
But isn't that fucked?
Yeah,
that's fucked. That's so messed up.
Capitalism, bro.
Dude, it's so. First off,
it's
so they're not even hiding it. There's a fucking term for it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're trying to hide it in mystery. They're like, no, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, buy our product. You should totally spend $1,000
on
your phone.
and that's
that way within 2 years you can spend $1,000 on another phone.
That's a whole nother point.
Dude, my mom has shit from like the 70s that still works.
Yeah, that's a whole nother point of why we should be taxing these companies more.
Yeah.
Because first of all, they're creating way more waste. And beyond that, they're creating.
What do you think? How many phones are in a fucking landfill?
Oh my God. It's
how many cell phones?
I'm sure it's incredible.
And batteries,
sure
and fucking LCD screens, and all this weird shit that's just broken and laying in a fucking field.
They had a statistic or a percentage or whatever you'd call it, where they say there's oh man, I wish I couldn't remember the number. I'm forgetting it now. But every square foot of Earth, there's a certain poundage of trash.
Yeah.
Just and it's a big number. It's like a few tons.
What about the garbage island? There's that fucking in the sea. There's a fucking huge pile of garbage that's collected itself together.
Right.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. Planned obsolescence. It's just crazy to me that people are cool with that, man.
Yeah.
People are they're like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever. How have we not fought that? Really? Everyone's offended by weird shit. How are you not offended that you're getting railed by companies on the reg? How are you not upset about that? You're more mad that a comedian that said a bad word 45 years ago, or John Wayne, or whatever. You're more worried about archived videos of a time when it was okay for people to talk like that, and you want to get upset and pull their shit. Get mad at the fucking companies who are railing you and making sure the shit you buy breaks within a certain period of time.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a comment on Facebook earlier where they said something about how instead of fighting homelessness, we're actually trying to house homelessness in Amarillo. And some guy goes, "Who's gonna pay for the handouts?" And I want to be like, bro, you're already paying for handouts.
It costs just as much.
You're already paying for handouts. Honestly, it is cheaper to house a homeless person, a homeless family, than it is for them to be on the streets, because you've got waste, you've got you've got beautification of your land, and it creates more cost than it does to house them. But also, we're giving so many like breaks to companies that are just screwing us.
Yeah.
They're paying us almost nothing, and they're giving us shitty plastic toys.
Oh man, I'm in the middle of like dealing with this kind of shit. Not planned obsolescence necessarily, but like I've lived here for over 2 years. The owner of the house is selling the house, and the landlord's cool. He's trying to help me where he can, but he can't. Like he can't help me because of the realtor.
Right.
The realtor. Like yesterday, I had 3 podcasts planned, and then I wake up to a message that's like, "We're gonna be here at 3:15." And I was like, well, I have a podcast at 2. Can we do it at 1? No. They can only do it at 3:15. And I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Like, I have these podcasts. She then calls my landlord, like he's my dad. And then he has to call me and be like, look, well, you got to... Well, here's the thing. You do reserve the right to say no, and you can do that. But it's going to push the owner to want to evict you, and da-da-da-da. So basically being like, you got to do this or you're going to lose your fucking house.
Yeah.
And then 3:15 rolls around, they're not here. 3:20 rolls around, they're not here. 3:25 rolls around, they're not here.
Of course.
So I text her. I'm like, are they still coming? Yeah, they have a window from 3:15 to 4:15. What? Like, where was that when we were talking about times? You told me verbatim they can only do it at 3:15.
Right.
Those are the exact words you used with me.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me they have a window. They could have done it at 4:15. I could have done my fucking podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have to cancel that shit. And it's just they keep doing shit like that to me, man, and it's just the worst.
Yeah.
It's like no fucking respect given. Like I'm still paying full rent. I've never missed rent. I've been a great fucking tenant for 2 years. And the owner is literally like, I'll evict you because we can't sell the house fast enough.
Man, that's a mess.
And she thinks it's because we're here. They're gonna she doesn't realize how much shit we're hiding that's broken.
Right.
That we have it all rigged up to work because we live here.
Right.
Like the moment someone starts looking at this house and there's not shit everywhere, they're gonna start noticing all these little details and stuff that are flawed, and they're not gonna want to buy the house.
Exactly.
And then like if she evicts us, dude, it's gonna instantly go from you get $800 a month from like out of nowhere every month, $800 coming in to
nothing.
No one's buying the house, and now you don't have any money.
Yeah, and then you can't rent it because everything's jacked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's what I've been dealing with. And I understand where they're coming from. They need to sell the house. I want them to sell the house. The faster they sell the house, the easier my life is. I either get fucking the end of my lease and then out, or I get somebody who wants to use this as a rent property, and they're going to continue to rent it to me.
Right.
Which is I'm hoping for the latter.
Right.
Yeah. It's been crazy, man.
Man, I'm sorry about that. I told Kat, man, if we had the money, we would have bought it.
It just feels I just wish the realtor wouldn't fucking treat me like... I think she thinks I'm like 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she treats me like I'm 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like 18 even.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she thinks I'm 30.
Yeah.
Like, it's... The way she talks to me, the way she treats me, like I'm not allowed to be in my own house while they're here. My dogs aren't allowed to be here. I was like, well, it's kind of one day it was kind of cold, and I was like, well, I might pop in if you there for a little while. Like it's cold outside. I don't want to just sit in my garage, which is what she told me to do.
Right.
And so I like when they're here, I separate my dogs out, and one's in the shed, 2 are in the garage. I'm sitting in the garage with them. No heat, no electricity, no fucking nothing.
No
just
dignity.
Just sitting there. While people are walking around in my house. Yeah.
That's brutal, bro.
Yeah. And then I have to and I get 24 hours notice.
Yeah.
Like I asked for 48 and they were like, "Hey, you can go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Nothing for you. Damn it, bro.
They're going to hear this and evict me.
Well, fuck them. No.
I like my landlord.
Yeah, well,
I love my landlord. He's dope. I can't the day I move out, I'm going to hit him up to hang out.
Yeah, the thing is like you can't treat people you can't treat people like shit. It's just not right.
I asked him, I was like, who's looking out for me?
Yeah.
He was like, well, kind of your contract. Kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you show the house a lot, the contract means we can't evict you. But if you're making it hard for us to sell this house, we snuck a fucking clause in there that we didn't tell you about that says we can evict you because of that. And like they literally did that. I had a 48-hour notice on everything for the last 2 years. My newest lease that they had me sign all fucking super fast, and then 5 minutes later the realtor showed up. They had shrunk it. They had shrunk it to a 24-hour. Well, they told me they're like it's exactly the same as it's been. That's what they told me. We haven't changed anything. And there's like 4 clauses in there, and there's like they lowered the
sons of bitches.
The time,
man.
yeah.
That's brutal, bro.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's the same lease you've been signing. And then, like, as soon as I got it back, I read through it 24 hours instead of 48 hours. All this handwritten and shit.
Wow.
It's been crazy, man. It's been wacky. But, I mean, shit, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? On a bright side, I booked a bunch of shows in Colorado. So.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. Good news.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, dude. May 26th. I'm working on the 27th, but I've confirmed the 26th, the 28th, and the 29th. As of right now. I confirmed the 30th, but I don't know how I'm going to afford this much already.
Right.
One more day on top of that.
27th is my birthday, bro.
Nice. You should come to go to FOCO.
Fort Collins?
Yeah, come to
FOCO.
Come to FOCO, dude. Because if I don't have a show that night, we can just fucking kick it.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good time, and then I'll have a show the next night.
Okay.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, even if you do have a show, that'd be cool. Film it or something.
Get out of Amarillo for a little bit.
Yeah.
Get to spend your birthday. And it's going to be May, dude. It's going to be... I don't know if you've ever been to Colorado in May, but it's gorgeous, dude.
Well, Kat and I went, I believe, in July one year, which was super hot. But
yeah, but I mean, like, it's going to be May, right before... It's at the end of May, right before June. So it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
But it's in that, like...
Well, I mean,
dude,
we'll be prepared this time.
But it's beautiful,
we weren't prepared to go outside and,
Just
like...
get some shorts.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I didn't have a hat or anything like that to go walking in the square, and we walked in the square for a little bit, and I think that's what...
We're at? In Fort Collins?
No, we were in Denver, I think.
Yeah. I thought about maybe going a day early, like leaving on the 25th and crashing in Denver for the night, but
That'd be cool.
that's just an extra $50-$60 I don't need to spend. So I think I'm going to leave the 26th at like 8 in the morning, drive up to Fort Collins, and then do the show that night, and then kind of start the shows from there. Like that way I only have to pay for that night. I don't have to pay for an extra night or two.
Right.
Because last time we ended up staying in a hostel in Denver, and that was wacky.
Yeah.
That was super wacky. It was fun. I loved it. Yeah,
well,
it was amazing.
My wife and I stayed in an Airbnb. I think we got it off of Airbnb, but it was like a little motel, like right off the side of the road, and like I'm gonna mispronounce it, like Manitou or something like that. And it was like on a hill, and it was a super like pretty looking motel, man. And it was.
See, I got on Airbnb, and everything was like over $100 a night.
In Denver.
In Fort Collins.
In Fort Collins.
Yeah, it was like 118 a night, 111 a night, and then like I found some one beds that were like 80 or 60 a night, but it's a one bedroom.
Yeah.
Like one bed, and like, I mean, we had a one bed at the hostel, but I had a cot.
They've got like couch ones for like $35.
Okay, that's what we did last time. This is why we ended up in a hostel. So Matt didn't read he didn't read the description at all, and we drive to Denver. Right. We show up at the Airbnb. We have all of our bags with us, right? We walk up. We knock on the door, which was weird in the first place. I guess the guy just expected us to walk in. He goes, Matt, and Matt goes, yeah. He goes, no, my name is Matt, and Matt goes, oh, my name is Matt. And then it was like a weird, awkward silence for like 10 seconds. And then he's like, you guys read the description, right? And we're like, yeah, totally read the description. He's like, you read it. And we're like, dude, we read it. He's like, you fucking read it. And we're like, dude, we read it. And we hadn't read it. And he's like, and he knows this. So he goes, so you read that you are renting the common room with the 2 couches and that there's 13 people staying here. You can't just post up. You get to go to bed when everybody goes to bed, but you have to be up when everyone starts waking up. You can't just crash out. You can sleep, and then you got to go. You read that? And we're like, dude, we fucking read it. And then he's like, okay. And he walks out of the room, and we just stand in the living room with our bags because, like, we were clearly ready to post the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he was like, okay, walks off, and me and Matt just kind of stare at each other. Tekashi 6ix9ine is on the TV. There's like a music video, and it was just weird. So we was like, let's go put our bags in the car. So we walk out to the Jeep, put our bags in it, we sit down, and then we just fucking left. We didn't talk to the guy. We didn't ask for our fucking money back. We just left.
Never went back?
Never went
You
back.
didn't even go sleep there?
No, we went and got a hostel downtown.
Oh, so you went to the hostel
Yeah,
downtown.
like we just ate that $40 and just went downtown, spent another 60, got a little
Shit,
hostel.
I would have fucking slept.
Well, it's weird. Like, I don't like driving in foreign places. I hate that. And Matt was driving, so I mean, I was like, if it were me, I would want to stop driving. Like, we just drove for fucking 7 or 8 hours, 6 hours, however far Denver is.
Yeah. I would have took off walking down the street or something to see what's going on.
We were not near downtown.
Oh.
We were like, it was like miles away.
Yeah.
Like, we drove to downtown. It took us like 20 minutes.
So just bad planning altogether.
Yeah, we really ran with it. We were like, $30 a night? You kidding me? Locked in? Let's do it, party! And it's like we didn't even read a fucking thing. We're like, high five.
I can
Let's
imagine,
do it.
y'all. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The
only picture on the Airbnb is a bong. I think this place is gonna be okay. I think it's
I
gonna
think
be.
it's gonna be okay. I have y'all in my mind as like you know Steven Universe style cartoon
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, jumping up and like
Yeah, and then cut to this weird fucking
cut
dude
to
who
y'all in
this
a
bearded man
soggy,
who loves craft beer. You could tell he fucking loved craft beer.
Yeah.
The beard on this man, curly up mustache. He's like, "My name's Matt. You know, you read it. We read it." Like,
yeah. You get to sleep with me in my mom's basement.
yeah. So you read that you signed up to be my cuddle buddy.
What? What?
Like, yeah, you're a cuddle buddy. My cuddle buddy.
My cuddle buddy.
I only charge $30 because you're my cuddle buddy. Like, oh shit. Hey, I'm gonna go put my bags in the car real quick. Oh.
I'll be right
back, buddy.
Here, get that cuddler ready.
I'm gonna go get my onesie on. This is gonna be a good night.
Oh, all right. Well, speaking of onesies.
Segway.
Speaking of onesies, why don't we do our sponsors?
Go for it. Go for it.
As always, intro music, Beat Bodega. Burden. I've got the link right here listed in front of me, but I'm not going to spell it out. Cover art, Brian Guffey, Atomic Art, Atomic Axe. We've been using that since the beginning, and now it's pretty much
like a year now.
Yeah, like it's our brand now. Like we can't get rid of it now.
Yeah, we
like
fucked
now,
up. We fucked up. We fucked up.
We fucked up.
We fucked up. We need new cover art. Brian, make one a little less flamboyant.
Yeah,
slightly. He's running for city council. Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Let's find some cartoon that
put him in a suit at least.
Put me in a suit.
Put a shirt on him.
Oh my god. Who knows what's gonna turn up?
Tap me up.
Tap me. Yeah. Put me in a suit and tat Skylar up. All right. Anyways, nothirdlane.com. Every single one of your purchases, 10% goes to a Texas student.
And you're looking at it. This is the product right here.
Yeah.
It's a fucking amazing shirt. Yeah. Beautiful.
It is. It's a good shirt. It's yellow.
Really comfortable.
The mustard yellow. I like it.
Really, really. Dude, I would buy these shirts if they were blank. They're actually very comfortable shirts. I've watched this like 30 times.
What's the brand?
Is
it just their special?
I'd have to look at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who else are we?
Spitefully Spicy.
Spitefully Spicy. You go ahead and do it.
My buddy Colin Robinson. It's on Instagram. You can find him at Colin Sucks, Colin with one LSUX, and his brand is Spitefully Spicy, at Spitefully Spicy on Instagram. Great breath control during that little sentence. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You can check him. Dude, he has some of the best hot sauces I've ever had, man. Like, his shit's so good that restaurants are currently picking it up and they're using it like in production of their food.
Yeah.
Not meaning they don't have it on the table, but they have it in the back.
Yeah,
they use it to make their food.
like a sauce.
Dude, it's so fucking good, man. Blueberry ghost pepper, mango habanero is probably the most popular one, and it's like neon fucking orange, yellow. It's like it's bright fucking colors.
Yeah. I love the colors.
So
it's like
good.
one of the best parts is that he captures a good color in there.
He will not put out a salsa that doesn't look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he finds one that it tastes great, he finds a way to add some shit to it to keep the taste, but make it a color, like whether it be red. He uses a lot of fruits in his sauces. It's just fucking amazing, dude.
Right.
At Spitefully Spicy. At the very least, go check him out and give him a follow. At the very least, dude. support people who are doing their own thing. This guy isn't
Definitely young people.
He's trying to do his own shit. He's not
Young people.
He's not like, I'm gonna go work for Walmart for 30 years. Like,
Exactly.
no, dude. He wants to do his own shit. He wants to do stand-up comedy. He wants to make hot sauces. Go give him a follow. Entrepreneur. Like, at least he's not fucking trying to be part of this system.
And what are the Instagrams again?
At Spitefully Spicy. And then
And?
at Colin Sucks. That's Colin with one L and then SUX.
All right. All right. You're welcome for that.
1 sec.
You're getting a phone call. Should we take a break?
Yeah.
The potato peelings in the sink did not turn into vodka as I had hoped. I only start to need a drink after the liquor stores have closed. You left a bunch of dirty Kleenex underneath the mattress like an unwanted batch of kittens. Everybody's got secrets and I'm forgotten, but I don't mistake it for forgiving. I heard you changed your name again, but don't you change your hair.
All right, man. So I thought that'd be a lot better than the last time we did that.
What did we do?
We did Tech 9. That one's like, it sounds like a gun. Like,
Oh yeah, it was stamina.
yeah, and it's
I
so
love that.
It's so loud.
I love it. You know, a lot of I read a lot of books about like motivation and listen to podcasts and all kinds of stuff and just pretty much self-help stuff, like just trying to learn, self-learning. And a lot of what I've learned about like
I'm not
willpower and inspiration and like doing stuff is practice.
Yeah.
It's practice. So I feel like the more you're practiced to be like jump scared, the less you will be. And so I feel like that was I love it.
Stamina, I'll be never forever be. Take away by the demons I'll never be. What the weather when I some rhythm, I come with the heater. Cleverly, nigga, nothing will never be. So killer, flowzilla, gorilla. If flow is a felony, I'll be in the line, hella doing time for the Tech 9.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that one video? It's like, if I had to fix my teeth, I wouldn't be able to hit these first 10 bars or whatever.
Well, because he's afraid that the way he speaks will change.
Yeah, I would. Steve Buscemi didn't fix his teeth. He's one of my favorite actors of all time.
Dude, like Tech 9, the way he talks about the things he's done, like he's like, who cares about your damn teeth?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's got that inner strength, man. When you're just like, when you know you're the best and you're out to do the best, and you know you don't worry about all that other shit.
Tech 9's the shit, though.
He is. Dude, I followed him. 2003 is when I first heard Tech 9. I was 18. I was just out of high school. I had a car, and I don't know if it was a girlfriend I was picking up from school or something like that. But I mean, she was probably 17, something like that. But and going to a different school. Well, one of my buddies from high school was like, listen to this, and I think it was like a little burnt CD.
Yeah.
Of like Tech 9, like just songs, but it was Tech 9, and it was like I'm Gonna Tell and Slacker.
Oh yeah, dude, I used to play that at the end of my videos.
Yeah, and like I'm a player. I'm a player.
I'm a player. I'm a player.
I'm a
Player.
player.
I'm a player. I'm a player. I'm a player.
Yeah, and so like I followed that, and then he didn't make anything until 2007 again, and which was ever ready. And then I was back on. Like it was, I don't know, it was weird. I've always followed it. It's always the way he changes up his cadence and everything like that has kept me engaged. You know,
Dude, he's really, yeah, he's phenomenal.
And he stays like strange, you know, like strange music, but like he stays in his rap. He's gotten older, you know, like you can't expect somebody to always rap the same. Like people were mad about how Eminem, they're like, oh, he's kind of soft. His way of insulting people is different, you know, like he doesn't.
Beard's weird beard.
Yeah, well, like he changed, you know, just like DMX.
He's fucking almost 50.
Yeah, like everything, like the way you think about things. He has a daughter, you know, that he cares about
I think
now.
he has multiple kids.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
I think Haley's. I imagine Haley's probably the older one, and that he was
and
young
then
enough.
his adopted. Is it his adopted
well,
friend's daughter or something?
Yeah, I imagine the way that like
Or his cousins. Or
I bet
something.
he has kids that he doesn't mention in his albums, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I if I had to guess, because I bet whenever Haley was born, he was young.
I don't know,
He didn't
man.
mind having her in the spotlight. He thought it was probably cool.
Well, I feel like he's mentioned his daughter. He mentions that the adopted child, and again, I can only speculate where it's from. You can probably look it up. But I feel like that's something that would be common knowledge. You know, if he was like, oh well, just like The Rock. Like The Rock, every time The Rock has a new kid, like somebody's like, oh, The Rock's having a new baby.
Yeah,
Something like that. And
three. He has three kids.
Okay, yeah. See, I could see that.
Haley Jade, Whitney Scott Mathers. Are they all girls? This poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, and to be a celebrity too. That's
Jesus.
That's
three
awful.
daughters. I bet he quit. He's like, I'm never gonna have a son. Fuck it.
Well, no, I mean, science. You know, science
Yeah.
shows, and I think one of his daughters is adopted, at least one.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
tight too. I think if I if I had money, I don't want kids, you know. But if I had money and I decided one day down the road that I wanted to have a kid, I think I would go the adoption route over my own kid.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
This dude's not everything's gonna be brand new. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, dude, but in reality,
But
there's
still,
so many
like,
kids that need families,
There are.
and like they come from, like, dude, there's no way a foster home's good for you mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Like just mentally, dude.
we-
At that
we could
age,
talk about-
fuck.
we could speculate, like, you know, there's a lot of questions about like abuse and stuff like that, which
And then I mean,
experts.
but then you feel bad because then there's these like 10-year-olds and stuff
Yeah.
that are there, and you're probably gonna be like, well, I want like a 1-year-old. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, but
I want
that's
a
the thing
baby.
is like you wanna raise somebody, and that's why, you know, you have a lot of, they say the
But you-
average homeless person is 11 years old.
Yeah, it's because I think they don't get adopted. After,
Well, that
like I think
and-
10 plus is probably pretty hard to pull a family,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, and so
Unless
they're
you're getting,
usually
like-
in the system.
Get like a
for
halfway house
years, yeah.
almost, where they're like, "We'll take care of you for the
Years
next
of
4
abuse,
years."
and then they become homeless, and you know we've got mental issues, mental disorders,
Yeah,
and you know, and then there's no help for them.
I saw a dope-
Well, you're screwed.
I saw a really cool video yesterday. This dude had just gone grocery shopping for him and his family, and then drove. He was on his way home, and he saw a mom with like 4 or 5 kids, aging anywhere from like maybe like 4 to like I mean the oldest one. Either he was like a young boyfriend for the lady, or it was like her kid, and he was probably like 19, right? Maybe 20, and he stopped, gave him all the groceries he just bought for him and his family, and I'm pretty sure he gave each one of them a $20 bill.
Right.
Like boom, 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 boom. Like,
That's what's up.
dude, having money in your pocket is. I've been in a, like when I lived in Colorado, I went 3 or 4 weeks without a dime. I didn't have any money.
Right.
My roommate, I was eating all of his food and just kind of using them. And
Well, that's-
now that I think about it, back then it was survival.
Well, yeah.
But-
I mean,
But like, dude,
when
so
you're
I know
especially
the feeling
when you're that age
of
and you're
having
not,
no fucking money.
yeah, when you're that age, and you know, not to dog on parents because they love the best way they know how, but they don't talk to you. They don't, they lie to you more often than they tell you the truth, about things. And I mean, not maliciously. They just think they're protecting you.
Yeah.
But in essence, they're not teaching you anything.
Right.
And so, again, not to dog on parents, but it's if you don't know any better, you can't do better. And so
Yeah, but that's a hard thing, man. What do you do? Do you shatter a reality that's a falsehood for this kid? Like, do you lift the veil for him?
I mean,
and expose this horrible fucking planet we live on?
Honestly,
but they have an iPhone. They're gonna be able to fucking Google it.
Yeah, when we were kids, it was different, and everybody was trying to hide everything, which is a problem now.
I think
that's
dude,
a big
you can't
problem
tell. I mean, I hope no children listen to this, right?
If they do, their parents should be monitoring their.
There's no one that believes in the Easter Bunny listening. Is what I'm saying. Like, there's no one of that age.
No.
But like a kid, man, you can't hide. Like, some of those kids we went to school with believed in Santa and the Easter Bunny until like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, kids have iPads and shit at like 4 now. Dude, what?
Well,
dude,
okay.
You question it one time, like, right? You're in like, let's say you're like in 3rd grade. How old is a 3rd grader?
Let's put it this way:
how
a 3rd grader is 8 to 9 years old.
So, eight or 9 year old.
Like my son.
Somebody comes. Somebody at school
Yeah.
mentions that Santa may not be real.
Yeah.
Right. All this dude has to do now is Google it. That's gonna be his first thought. I just Google it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, these kids, like, and I was doing a solo podcast the other day, and I came to the, like, you heard it like in my head, like, where I was talking about, like, man, pretty much what we're talking about now, how rough it would be to grow up as a kid nowadays versus when we were. In our day, dude, you left, you came back when the streetlights were on, whether that was 6:30 or almost 10. Like,
Right.
that was you got to be home when the streetlights are on. That's
Right.
it. I'm sorry that it's winter and
Right.
it gets dark at 7, dog,
Right,
but you got to be
right.
home when the streetlights are on.
Right.
Dude, now they have FaceTime. Like, I could call my parents from my buddy's house. Hey, we're here for the night. Hang up the phone and leave and go do whatever I wanted to go do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do that now, man.
Yeah.
FaceTime me. I can track your phone. I can do all this shit.
Yeah.
You can't get away with anything as a kid. And then I started thinking about how they can Google anything. And I was like, no wonder they think they're better than us, dude. They know everything we know. The only thing they don't have is experience.
Yeah. The thing is,
Like, time put in.
you have to give them, you have to give a person freedom of choice, freedom of will, because even with all that, you want to trust them, but they know, and you're not tracking and all this stuff. You're honestly keeping them out of trouble. And but on the other hand, like my oldest son, I'm not gonna give a whole lot of information, but we let his leash loose, not to dehumanize him, but
gave him.
Yeah,
you let him be a 13-year-old or whatever.
and he could run around our neighborhood or whatever. Well, he almost gets in big trouble.
Yeah.
So then we're like, well, what, dude? If us giving you a little bit more freedom made you feel like we were neglecting you, we're sorry. That we thought, maybe that's what you needed, and then you acted out, or you were acting out, and so as a parent, dude, it really, as long as you got to be honest with your kids. Like, you got to tell them, because they're still gonna do the stupid shit because they don't understand.
But see, I never understood that. Like, I never felt. I did dumb shit when I was a kid all the time, dude. I did horrible fucking things.
Right.
Like, I didn't like torture animals or nothing, but like, I'd fucking break windows or paintball cars or something. I did horrible fucking things, and I never did it because I felt like I was seeking attention from my mom wasn't paying attention. It was never anything like that ever in my life. I've never. It was always just like, it seemed like it was fun. And I feel like a lot of kids, I think maybe parents hope it's a reason. Maybe they're acting out, and that's.
I mean, also,
I think they're just fucking kids trying to have a good time, dude.
The thing
Sometimes
is,
it's fun to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, sometimes
you gave him, like, he's experiencing like a first time adrenaline rush that he's never experienced, doing something bad, and then you're not there to stop him.
Right.
He can probably pull one over on you. Like, it's just being a kid on some level.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, and like, that's the thing.
I'm not saying your kid specifically.
He's honestly, well, I'll say my kid specifically. He's honestly, we give him a lot of information. He knows. He's one of those that's, if he needs a word or something like that, we're like, look it up, look up how to spell it, because you can. Like,
my mom used to do that to me. Look it up in the dictionary. I'm like,
But that teaches you to be self-sufficient, to say.
No, man, it doesn't.
I know how.
For years, my mom would say, look it up in the dictionary. And you have to know how to fucking spell it to look it up in the dictionary. And I'm dyslexic, so
you gotta help
it
them
took me
look it up.
forever to find. Like,
But that teaches you. That teaches your brain. That teaches.
You see
your
how
brain
mad that made
me?
me?
Yeah, that teaches your brain to look around it. But you do. That I
can't spell anything still.
People that, there was a swell of people that would, and still kind of, they'll be like, how do you do this? And it's something simple, and you're just like, look it up on YouTube real quick.
I'll say nowadays it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
You can speech to text.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. If I'm typing something out on my computer and I can't do a voice to text on that, I will say it into my phone and then copy it.
And if it's a word, man, we're not going to leave our kids hanging. Like, we give them the keys to success. We're like, look it up, and there's we're like, bro, dude, what's it start with? What's it start with?
Yeah.
And he'll say that, like, okay, go there first. And we coach him through it, but like, that's the thing is, you gotta, as a parent, you gotta be able to coach your kids.
Dude, I swear, you remember that
they'll
video?
They'll act out because parents.
I think there's a movie where the mom is like trying to help the kid do his homework, like math homework, and she was like, "What's 4 + 8, Kevin?" Maybe it's like everybody. Or Chris, maybe it's that everyone hates Chris. I can't remember what it was, and he just keeps getting it wrong. She's like, "You can't be this stupid!" Like,
well, no,
mad.
Sometimes it does. It gets like that because
I swear my mom has done that to me. Like, there's no fucking way you can't tell me what 3 times fucking 5 is, Skylar.
I remember when I was in 3rd grade.
You're in 12th grade.
My mom. You're gonna graduate next week.
This is for your fucking test to be, dude. Oh my god,
if you don't
bro.
pass this test, you won't graduate.
Like, wait, dude. I didn't want to tell you this. If you fail one more time, they're putting you in special ed. And it's not.
It's not.
It's out of my hands. It's a judge's call at this point.
It's a judge's call. We've been doing flashcards.
I can't pay the tutor anymore. I literally flew.
We've got you 3 tutors.
Harvard. He quit. He quit, Skylar.
He's an author. He's a textbook author.
He quit everything. He quit being a teacher. He quit his job. He left his wife. I don't know if that played into what you were doing or not, but it definitely didn't help.
It definitely didn't help. The stress definitely didn't help. Oh, my God. Well.
You wrecked him, dude. He bought a Corvette and he has a mustache now. Okay?
Enough about kids.
Yeah. Well, I don't even have any.
Yeah. I love them so much. Like, I saw this meme the other day that said something about, like, you can love your kids, take a bullet for any of them, and also be, like, totally, like, sick and tired of their shit.
My mom has told me I love you, but I don't like you before.
Yeah. I mean,
I love you, Skylar, but I do not like who you are becoming. Anybody with a kid,
anybody that thinks bad about somebody that's like, oh, man, I love my kids, but I could do without, like, 3 of them. You know what I mean?
I think that about
like,
dogs.
What the hell? And you're just like, hey, I'm not going to get rid of any of them. I'm just saying.
I think about that all the time with my dogs. And, like, I saw a video. I didn't even watch it because I couldn't imagine somebody saying yes to this. Mm-hmm. It was a social experiment where would you sell your dog for $100,000 cash? Right? Like, you're out walking your dog. Someone walks up to you, offers you $100K in a briefcase for your dog. And my first thought was, no fucking way. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I've never even seen $5,000.
That's $100K, bro.
I know, but I don't think it's like which dog? Which dog am I walking?
I would tell Kat that I literally kicked her dog to death for.
Nah, man.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Nah, but dude,
I'd be like, he was on the leash and he just took off running.
But then I found $100,000.
And then I found this $100,000 on the side of the road. No, you hide it, and then like every once in a while, she's like, I don't know how we're gonna pay this bill. Boom, that's how.
Yeah. Also,
and she's like, where'd you get that from? Selling dope.
Yeah, something. I've gone all Walter White on you. I definitely didn't sell your dog, if that's what you're thinking. You keep saying that like every 6 months. I didn't sell your dog.
Who, Clive?
Yeah.
It was like, why do you keep saying Clive?
Yeah.
Like I miss him.
Stop
so
talking
much.
about the dog. I didn't sell him.
I didn't sell your.
I didn't fucking.
I didn't sell your damn dog for $100,000.
I know you like that necklace. I know you like that necklace.
That's real. That's real.
I was like, why are you yelling? I was on the phone with my mom. I was just telling her.
You're doing a podcast.
I don't.
She's like,
I
I
was
did
just saying
not
I miss
say-
my dog. I just.
God damn it! You always gotta bring him up, don't you?
I didn't sell him. Like, dude.
You always gotta bring him up.
It's getting like way too. Didn't sell him.
You're kind of crying.
Yeah. Fucking miss him too, man. Like, start breaking down. You're like looking for that guy. You know, you're out there every day with the briefcase, just hoping you see him walking your old dog. I'm like, I can give you 50 of it back.
I can give you 50 of it back. Freezing cold outside. Oh shit, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
That's so funny.
Dude, I'm gonna have to piss again.
Yeah.
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 I'm ready.
Yeah, baby.
Should we take a break and start again, or should we end it off?
It's up to you, man.
I'll start again.
Okay.
Doot 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 doot.
Let's see if we can play the rest of that Mishka Shubali song.
All right, I'll be out.
In the end, la la la. A woman on crutches buying a pregnancy test at Safeway. The woman at the laundromat can't meet my eyes. Girls at the bus stop, the stripper downstairs know some of the girls in some of the movies that I watch sometimes. A woman calling on the telephone, losing patience. Her voice sounds like whiskey and milk. No, I can't pay the bill, but please call back. I got to know that you're alright. I heard you changed your name again, darling. Don't you change your hair. It was the only thing I liked about you in the end. La la la. I heard you changed your name.
Well, we're back. The Bomb City Talk. What's up, brother?
Mishka Shubali.
Yeah, what are we gonna talk about now? The news.
Mishka Shubali. Let's just talk about
Oh,
Mishka.
you know what? You know what? We were talking. We were doing our promos, right?
I don't know.
And then we had to take a break,
Yeah, I got that phone call.
and then we started talking again, and we didn't finish our promos.
I think
man.
we did.
No, I didn't do the our promo.
Oh, I mean, you can now.
But
if you want.
and he didn't talk about Dragster Tubes.
DraxTheTubes.com.
Yeah, for you.
I'm out of Dragster Tubes right now. I need to get some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
I
have
gotta
an
hit them up.
unlimited supply. Of
I know. I
those
gotta
things.
hit them up and make sure we still got a deal going on.
Yeah. So Dragster Tubes, your hipster cigars that
Yeah, it's just guys over there.
that you can pull, that you can make longer.
You could make it a little longer than normal over there, you know.
Not
and then
normal.
To make a
No,
long
no.
story short, you can take it and then
Make
you
it long.
pull the little thing out, you know, and then you put the tobacco, and then to make a long story short, you can also make it shorter by pushing it in there, and then you put the tobacco in there, and then to make a long story short, you can. What if I just kept doing that for
To
15?
make a long story short. For 15 minutes.
Yeah, just keep saying it in the
Just
middle of a long ass
like,
story.
You have like one
To make a
statement.
long story short, yeah.
One statement and then long story short. Well, if you dig the Bomb City Talk or feel like you must whine about what we've said, find us on Facebook at The Bomb City Talk. Email us at thebombcitytalk@gmail.com. Or if you're feeling brave, contact us individually on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Steven Rosas and at Funny Guy Sky.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what? And maybe I better not do that.
I heard you changed your name again. Darling. Yeah, dude.
I had a forum last night.
How did that go?
Challengers candidate forum.
I'm just pumped that you and Hayden can both win.
Dude, it's a lot of fun. Like, it's nerve-wracking between between like actually performing, which I say performing because because you go out and meet people, and in the regular day, like I'm just a regular person, just like working and and going to meetings.
Yeah.
And then you got to put on the politician face where you're ready to tell people, not what they want to hear, but things, solutions to their issues that make sense.
Yeah. Dude, so I was reading that article just now that you sent me
Oh, okay. All right.
about the Blockbuster.
Okay.
Did you read it?
I didn't read it.
So there's one Blockbuster left on the planet, and it's
Right,
in
okay.
Oregon.
Okay.
And she's all pumped about it. Dude, who the fuck still goes to Blockbuster? I guess now at this point, it's kind of like it's not even like you rent there. You probably just go there for like, what? It's like a museum.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I would open up another Blockbuster. I would open up a Blockbuster, and, I think you could open like Blockbuster kiosks up, sort of like the
Nah,
Red
man.
Box. Sort of like the Red Box, but not with discs. Like, I think gift certificates are a big deal now because people want to give digital.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
digital-
true. People are pretty frivolous sometimes with gifts like that. Like I was watching a streamer, I just happened to join. Like I just looked up Sea of Thieves and clicked on a random name. You know what I mean? It was none of the guys I typically watch. I had no idea who it was. This guy
Right.
named Burgers
Right.
or something like that. And dude, I commented. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I did. They were doing like quests and
Yeah.
PVE. I usually watch a lot of PvP, player versus player. They're doing player versus environment. Damn, they must be
Oh, man.
really close.
Get it? Are they down the street? Is my truck on fire? What's going on?
Jesus
man? That's
Christ.
scary. All right, looks like.
Anyway, so it
Wow,
costs
man.
like $5, like $5.99
Yeah.
or something, $4.99 to subscribe to them.
Mm-hmm.
I've only done that once. I gave this dude because I watched like 20 hours of his videos. I was like, dude, at the very least, I could give him $5.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gifted me a sub, meaning they paid the $5.99 for me,
Right.
and just like didn't ask me if I wanted it. Just clicked my name, $5, boom. Now I'm gifted. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. And I've seen people gift like 20 subs at a time.
Yeah.
Like just everybody in the room gets a free sub.
Right.
Like it's like, what the fuck do you do for a living? Your parents are gonna be pissed if you're stealing their money for this. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, people have money to spend on themselves. I don't know, man. I have no excuse.
I don't
like
get it.
Games. I try, dude. Now
My Xbox
I'm
Live
worried-
went out and I haven't re-upped it on purpose.
my Xbox Live has been out for a minute. I feel like I'm gonna like lose touch
With
You know,
games?
with just like with certain things that I used to like to do. Like I had to run. I didn't have to. Thomas Warren III. He's the editor of the Pioneer, the Amarillo Pioneer, and he asked if I wanted to write a column. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll write a column. And I really wanted to get into like how running, is a sacrifice of yourself, a sacrifice of your identity. Because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of like going to different meetings and getting places on time. And so at the end of the night, you're just like whipped, and you just want to lay down and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So you don't get to enjoy any of the old shows you do, and I mean, which, certain people would be like, oh, there's those like life coaches or whatever, like, oh, you gotta sacrifice your inner self for your true being, and I'm just like, man, I mean, you do. Essentially,
Yeah.
like if you want to get where you want to go, like you've got to work. Like
A lot of it's scary too.
I know it is. Like
I'm
getting up
scared
there-
about these shows I booked
Yeah.
in Colorado, man. I'm
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
and that's what it is. It's pretty much just being terrified all the time.
yeah, just being scared. Like doing like learning to not say no to
opportunities
Yeah.
is a really big
You got to
thing.
take opportunities, like, and that's a lot of it. It's just like taking these opportunities.
Or make your own opportunities. Like I reached out. Like I was
Yeah,
like, dude, I need to
right.
get the fuck out of Amarillo. I text a friend who does comedy in Fort Collins.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, can you get me in touch with some people? I need to get the fuck out of Amarillo for like
Yeah.
a week.
Well, I mean,
And dude, I got a week worth of shows. I'm having to say no to shows now, like because I don't know if
Yeah.
I can afford
well, that's
to
what,
be out
like,
that long.
That's what like Hayden said. He was just like, Rolling Stone. He kind of just pitched him his campaign. To get some. Really, campaigning is about
Publicity.
name recognition.
Yeah,
And so, to get it for free, he just sent out a link, and they liked what they saw, and they took interest and made a story, and
and the fact that he's not taking any donations
yeah,
is insane.
yeah,
Like that's crazy.
yeah.
Cause but he's also not doing anything. Like he's not doing yard signs. He's not doing.
No, he's not taking nothing. Which, I mean, he may ultimately lose. Man, I'm gonna have to use the restroom again.
Really?
Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah.
All right.
Why don't we? We're gonna play the rest of that song then.
There's only
Yeah.
like a couple
See,
seconds left.
that's
in
what
it.
happened.
There's only a couple seconds left in it.
Yeah, screw it. We're about to do an hour, and what we'll do is we'll finish it off at that last bit.
Oh, we can we can cap it now if you want, man.
I've got some stuff I want to say too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just play a song while you're done.
Dude.
Hark to my tale of a very tragic love, most grievous to relate. Two star-crossed lovers with a perfect love they could not consummate. Their love was constant, their love was true, but of passion it was devoid. For he was a univac, Mark II, and she was an XF1 humanoid. She gazed at him and a tear was in her eye. To her love was denied. Her lover stood for mighty stories high, and he was 1 block wide. How could they do the impossible? How could their love be enjoyed when he was a univac, Mark II, and she was an XF1 humanoid?
I love that frickin' song.
I don't know what it is.
Cat
I don't
did not
know.
understand it.
I
and
don't think
was
my
like,
girlfriend's like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like that at
Yeah,
all.
and
I don't know
was
what
like,
it is.
What?
It's
I was
awesome.
like, what? I was moved.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great song.
I'm like, what? You don't understand love is what it is.
Oh man, so I have to go to Handlebar tonight, and
Okay.
I don't want to fucking
Oh, yeah,
drink.
show tonight.
Yeah, but I just don't want to drink tonight at all, man. I feel like shit today.
You got to post the show right after this so it doesn't get erased.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna put it on both
Just put-
platforms too.
Yeah, just
Well, dude,
just post it.
I think
and
it
I'll
was.
do the-
I don't
do
know what it was, man. My computer's just been, but I've been kind of postponing that update. And like I said, like it fucking kind of crashed, and then whenever it booted back on, it just auto updated.
the- Right.
So at least I don't have any updates. So that's definitely a positive right now. Yeah, I would love to be able to afford a Mac. That'd be dope, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Right.
Jeez, I'd have to play the lottery and win, so the odds of both of those things happening are pretty rare. I don't play the lottery, and I doubt I'll win if I do.
Man, if I could get a Mac, we could like at least load that shit on here, and then you could use the computer when we do this.
Yeah, it'd be tight. It would be dope. Well, I mean, the computer. That's what's I was thinking maybe we just hook this up to your computer, but then you're in charge of all the songs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
You're better at songs.
It's kind of. I was trying to explain to Matt. He was like, like podcasting's weird to me. I've done well over 100 episodes.
Right.
I've probably close to like 200 total
Mhm.
of like how many I've done. So it's just weird to me now. It's so normal and so just second nature. Podcasting,
Right,
like
right.
I say a lot of dumb shit. I
Well,
just record it and put it out.
You know what? I appreciate the the just banter time.
I like the authenticity of it.
That you get comfortable talking.
Yeah.
You get comfortable talking in front of the mic, and I think that experience is just so important. Like, if anybody they want to be like, oh, you run a podcast, be like, well, yeah, I've done well over 100 hours.
Oh, easily. I mean, yeah.
You've probably
easily
done well over 500 hours. Like that makes you almost that at least makes you a professional at it.
I mean, because I had the weekly Relapse podcast, and then
for years.
And then I did then I have my podcast.
Well,
this
and
podcast,
you've evolved. Like it's it's not like something that's like people can scoff at. Like even the Bomb City Talk. If we're like, well, honestly, we probably could get a lot more listeners if we
promote it.
Yeah, if we promoted and marketed more, but we're doing this,
it's more for me.
Yeah, it's more for us, and honestly, like 100, 200 episodes.
I'm at a
like,
weird place where I don't
what...
like conversations unless there's microphones in the room. I'm like,
right.
I'm like, damn,
like that's so much content. I'm losing so much content.
I don't want to talk to you right now, dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Wait till we mic up, and then I'm gonna play Sea of Thieves right now.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I've got a pretty good headset microphone combo.
I know.
I like to do that.
I'm so pissed. I've spent so much money in this studio and getting it all set up. My friend Gabe bought 2 lapel mics, plugs them into his phone. Boom. That's how he does his podcast. Perfect.
Yeah, no,
fucking perfect.
Yeah.
That's it. You can sit in a recliner and hang out.
Oh wow.
Get a lapel mic. Don't have to hold nothing. Don't have to keep it by your face.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like these though.
I like the feeling of it. It makes you feel like you're podcasting at least. I think if with the little lapel mic. That's what. Watch, I'm gonna do his podcast. And I'm gonna feel weird about it.
Yeah, this looks official. Like the other way, you're just like, well, where should I put my hands? And
I don't know what to do with these.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. They just keep rising. Oh my god. Well, did you see the other one I sent you? Seafood fraud.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I didn't read that shit either.
Yeah, I'm like, what is seafood fraud? First of all, the only kind of seafood I really can afford is like crown fish.
I don't know. It's
from Walmart.
What is it? It's like all you can eat shrimp right now or whatever. At Red Lobster,
it says
bro.
it's dangerous and it's running rampant. In a test of fish bought in 24 states, the District of Columbia and a conservation group found consumers weren't getting what they paid for. So pretty much, if you're rich and you're paying for like expensive ass fish, you're not getting what you paid for. 20%.
R. Kelly's back in jail. This guy's going through some shit.
Bro. He replaced the Michael Jordan crying face.
Did he?
Yeah, I saw a meme of that, and they were like, "Well, this is a new Michael Jordan crying face," and I was like, "Yes."
Well, now he's in jail for unpaid child support.
Yeah, well, because they're trying to get him. They're trying to get him behind bars any way they can.
Yeah, dude. He pissed somebody off.
Yeah. Well, somebody
the Illuminati.
They found something. Like, he says, I'm fighting for my life. I didn't do any of this. Like, no, bro. They wouldn't be at your door. They wouldn't be in your house if they hadn't found something.
SpaceX launches first U.S. private passenger spacecraft to ISS. Elon Musk is a dude, man. He's fucking weirdo.
I was thinking.
He was one of like the 10 people who got the McLaren F1s. Like he had it delivered to his house.
Well, I was thinking the other day.
I
was watching the Umbrella Academy.
I don't know how many they made. Maybe it was 100. It was a low number.
I'm not a car person.
It wasn't like 25,000.
I've got a Nissan Titan, so I'm not a car person. No, but I was watching the show, the Umbrella Academy, and it's like this fellow was just on the moon, like looking at the Earth or something like that, and in like a private aircraft.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how many people actually have the ability to go to the moon. You know what I mean? And possibly do. And we just don't know about it because it's private. Like
I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to go to the moon.
I think it would too. But
what if that's what they've been doing? They've been building like the dopest resort casino.
Who knows, bro?
Like
we only know what they show us.
Disneyland type shit up
they
there,
only
bro.
Know what we.
There's a dope ass, and you can breathe up there. They've just been lying. They're like, well, we don't want them to know. They can just come up here and breathe.
So they're like, you gotta have all this wicked expensive shit, but really they're just toting people up there to go to the dopest Disneyland you've ever
they're
seen.
just showing us. They're just showing us like desert parts of
Zero
the moon.
gravity roller coasters, dude.
Yeah, they're just showing us the shittiest part of the moon, and they're like, nobody can breathe up here. It's desolate.
They have you on a bungee cable, and they launch you out of a cannon into space, and dude,
and then you just go forever and die.
You get really scared, and then it fucking brings you back. It's like a 10-hour trip or something.
God.
You're just like, what?
10 hours?
Yes.
That would be torture, bro.
That'd be so much fun.
No, that would be torture.
30 minutes. What do you want? Like a 10-second? You want it to be fast?
Yeah, I don't want to
30
be out in
minutes.
space too long.
30
man.
minutes.
30
dude.
seconds.
You need enough to really.
Oh man,
It's like one of those what do you call it? The little tanks you get in. The fucking. You know what I'm talking about?
the hurricane tanks.
No, the sensory deprivation tanks.
Oh yeah.
Where you go out there and you just boom. That's what
Oh yeah. I mean, like, but if that's what you
zen
pay,
as fuck.
if you
Zen
pay
as
for that,
fuck,
if you pay
dude.
for that, yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna be like, get in line. It's gonna be hilarious. No, they're like, you know what you're doing.
And you're out there for 10 hours. You're just like, oh my god.
No, you're
freaking
not
out.
10. 10 hours is a little too much. Let's say an hour. Let's say 1 hour. 30 minutes is probably good.
Dude. Even
It's a zen, fucking
in those-
space,
in,
zero
like,
gravity.
yeah, zero
Great for your back.
zero gravity, no sound, no nothing. Man, I think they have a time limit on that. And it'll make you crazy.
I want one of the weirdest sponsors in the world. I want the sponsor, someone to sponsor our podcast who has those things, the little fucking back things that you lean out, like you go upside down and you hang from your ankles. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
And it fucking helps your back. My back's been killing me.
I need one of those.
Dude, I bet it feels so good.
Yeah, we need to find somebody that's looking for a podcast. to
Well, yeah,
sponsor.
but like any chiropractors out there want to sponsor a podcast?
Inverted ankle machines.
Yeah, it's all I need is a little dangle thing, man. Help on my back a little bit. Maybe you can teach me how to pop it here and there.
A 2-year contract for just 2 of them.
Yeah, dude, that's all we want, dude.
We'll mention them every single
I'll
time.
talk about you for the rest of my life. I don't care.
And like, and we'll do a
Dr.
promo.
Schultz.
Like, I'm upside down right now.
Yeah, like you keep hearing me go. And just, oh, he's asleep again. He's asleep again.
He's asleep again. He's passed out.
He does not have any core strength. He cannot get over. He cannot flip it back over. This is hilarious.
His face is turning purple.
Oh, there's the throw up. There's the.
There's the puke again. There's the puke again.
Oh, it's in his nose. It's in his nose. Hilarious. He can't breathe. He can't breathe. This is. Oh,
He opened his eyes.
you're right,
He
Skylar. We
opened
should have
his-
done this one on video.
He
You're right.
opened his eyes.
All right, I'm gonna flip him over before he gets brain damage. All right,
All right, now that's enough. That's enough.
45 minutes. All right,
That's
good,
enough,
Good job,
Larry.
buddy. Good
That's
job. They
enough,
recommend no more than 10. You did a good job.
Quit laughing. Quit laughing at him. You can see he's upset. You
Yeah.
can see he's upset.
Dude, zero gravity has to be weird for your muscles.
Man, I've heard people they come back from the moon and
Can't walk.
and they have a hard time walking. Their body has
Dude,
to
your whole
adjust
body
their
has to feel like
bones.
it's asleep. All that weight. Dude, you didn't experience weight for months.
So like lactic acid kind of
even if
seeps
like
in.
artificial gravity can't be as good, like as on point, it's not the same, right?
yeah.
Probably still like a 145 is maybe
It's
like,
like a
one,
weird feeling.
like a 90-pound
Yeah.
dude in space.
Yeah. Instead of like the passive, like you just walking around, it feels like it's pulling you.
Oh, dude, could you imagine? Like, imagine if gravity increased by that percentage, like where we're at right now. It just increased by that much, dude, and you're just like dude, everything's just heavier than.
Well, that's what they say. Like, just a minute bit more gravity, and we would just be like,
We just die.
yeah. Oh my god.
1%. My cameras just fall. The mics start pulling themselves down. Like, dude, can crushes itself or something weird.
Yeah, just like it's making me anxious. All right, we done.
Can be.
Do you have anything cool to talk about there? Any more like new songs out? Comedy shows?
I did see that Nate Bargatze is gonna have a special come out. I just don't remember what day. It's gonna be on Netflix. That one's gonna be super worth watching.
Yeah,
Super worth watching. I mean, I really, other than like just shit going on locally, I haven't really been paying too much attention, man. Like I said, I let my game shit cancel itself, so I can't play video games online right now, which is a tremendous help. Like, I'm actually doing podcasts. I did one yesterday, did one the day before.
Oh yeah.
Doing today. Got a show. I went to an open mic last night, but we didn't perform. But I have one tonight.
Okay. All right.
So
Well then, you know what? I'm gonna hit it off with our ending. It's not a quote anymore. Now it's another promo for our show, and it's an outro.
Outro promo,
So,
outro. Yellow City Comedy, motherfuckers. All right.
That was the Bomb City Talk. We cannot be held liable for any misinformation or situational confusion. If you think what we've said is not factually accurate, please do your own research and send us a link from a reputable source. You can reach Steven on Facebook at Mr. Steven Rosas Official, on Instagram, Twitter, and Medium at Mr. Steven Rosas, or Skylar on all platforms at Funny Guy Sky. That's it.
Yeah, dude.
Good week,
awesome.
brother.
Wicked awesome. I'm just gonna play the rest of the song, man.
All right.
Cool. Later.
Each on wavelengths ultra high, they whispered secretly of transistors and gears and shafts and cams and printed circuitry. And so time passed for the two of them in the place where they were employed, where he was a UNIVAC Mark II and she was an XF1 humanoid. Oh, hush your sobs, my pretty little miss, and dry those oily tears. You know that robots can't afford to cry, for it surely rusts their gears. You must give up all these thoughts of love, though it leave you an aching void. Give up on this UNIVAC Mark II and find you an XM1 humanoid.